All right, I wanted to read you guys a response I got back from a reliable source regarding the suppression of all of these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of illegal recordings that the government sent informants. One of them was a Hell's Angel, J.R. Olson. The other one was a sodomite lover, Bill Fulton. And another one was a suspected government informant, Aaron Bennett. And they had literally hundreds of hours of audio recording from Schaeffer Cox's house, from his home, from the businesses and meeting places that they went to. And a lot of these recordings exonerated Schaeffer Cox, showing his mindset that he wanted to pull a Gandhi, not a Rambo. He wanted to get out of the state because he saw that as the only safe solution for his family. And keep in mind, they were egging him on constantly to try to set him up. But I asked this reliable source, I said, was it the state court that suppressed all this audio recordings that would have exonerated Schaeffer? And here's the response. And I want you guys to hear it because I think it's important to understand. No, the state court did what was proper and in accordance with the Alaska State Constitution. The federal prosecutors began to ramp things up once they knew the state would dismiss the charges. Always keep in mind that the federal government has no authority to imprison statesmen, but we think they do, so they use magic words and all kinds of tricks to make us believe they have proper lawful authority. They only have power. So the federal government decided to move forward, apparently without a true bill, no indictment, to prosecute their complaint against Schaeffer Cox. They put in a motion to suppress all the evidence that was exculpatory to Schaeffer, Coleman, and the Vernon. So let me read that again. The federal prosecutors put in a motion to suppress all the evidence that was exculpatory to Schaeffer Cox, Coleman, and Vernon. That's an incredibly important concept and thing to understand that I just read, which the half-deaf, and Schaeffer calls him senile, judge did deny. Okay, so the federal judge denied the federal prosecutor's motion to suppress all of the exculpatory recordings. He then granted it de facto throughout the trial in dribs and drabs as and this is in capital letters, evil federal prosecutor directed him. So it's like the judge denied the motion, making it look like he was going to be a good guy, but then all throughout the court, he granted it de facto, which means he's just not allowing the exculpatory audio recordings, which would have proven Schaeffer Cox was innocent and it proven his mindset. He did it throughout the course of the trial as opposed to like a motion in limine. The judge was brought out of retirement to prosecute this case. Ask yourself, why did no currently serving judge from Alaska want to sit in on this case? Did they know it was another federal circus put on by the Ringling brothers, Botini and Scrocky? Did they know there was no true bill? Did they know this was a persecution of a bright young Christian star of the conservative movement in Alaska, and that this time the bad guys were just taking it too far? So no, to answer your question, no, I don't think so, but do understand that both his lawyer and the judge responsible for doing the right thing are being blackballed now. I guess she means the state judge and Schaeffer's lawyer are being blackballed right now. I have recently heard through the grapevine by the same code enforcement officers at all levels of policing and within the criminal justice system in Alaska. Are you kidding me? So even Schaeffer's lawyer and the state judge that did the right thing are being harassed by the Obama, Department of Justice and all of their, code enforcement brigade and all of that crap. Listen, folks, we got to stand up in numbers. And even if you don't stand up, if you're hearing the sound of my voice and you're understanding what's going on and you don't want to do anything, well, go lick the hands of the chain or chains of the hands that feed you. Well, however it goes, but there's some of us that are just getting mighty, mighty angry the more we learn about Schaeffer Cox.